Miss Montgomery.
Who's asking?
Who's asking? Who's asking? Metropolitan Police?
Wow. Right, that's me. Now what about you?
Snap.
You're with the Met.
I know. It's outrageous, isn't it? Miss Montgomery, I'm Detective Sergeant Spender. I'll be in charge of things at this end while you're up here.
How do you do, Sergeant? Reassuring all this attention, but I have to say that everyone else is taking these silly little notes a lot more seriously than I am.
Well, silly little notes don't threaten people's lives, man. It's probably just a crank, but we get paid to take these things seriously. Don't we, Sergeant?
Spender. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. You're the guy who pensioned off his Oppo, aren't you? What was his name? Collins.
Excuse me, Miss Montgomery.
Yes.
I'm Paul Clough from BBC North. Do you have any time to answer a few questions?
Yes, Paul, of course. Where would you like?
Would you like to come this way? Aren't you a little bit worried about losing your deposit? Some constituency that had a Labour majority of nearly 16,000 at the last election.
Well, with all due respect to the late Bob Dash, majorities are not inherited. You have to earn it. And
Very
over the
good.
next 10 days, I'll be talking to the Italian on the one side.
Again?
Don't know how you can take that.
It's easy when you've got it. Do you want to try us?
No. What's Sunderland like these days?
Mackham Land. Good place to be if you're looking to buy a shipyard. Personally, I wouldn't even go there to rob.
The real?
No. $12, Bangkok. Mate and me went over there on holiday, brought it back for us. Seagull guts and knife.
I wouldn't mind one. Have you got any more?
Yeah, that's all he brought back. Apart from his snotty nose, like.
Want to sell it? Look nice with my use.
No, I couldn't. It's a present. It's the first watch I ever had, what I liked. What were you asking about Sunderland for?
I've got to go over there and do a bit of work.
Work. In Mackham Land. That would be a novelty. What kind of work?
I'm about to plunge into the heady world of politics.
This is Roberta Montgomery. I'm sorry, my dear, I'll never get used to calling you Bobby. Roberta, Superintendent Brian Yellow.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Montgomery. I saw you earlier on the news. I was very impressed.
Thank you, Superintendent. That's very
I just popped up to assure you that we're going to take very good care of you while you're up here with us.
Thank you. I'm sure I'm in safe hands.
I'll personally guarantee it. I've assigned a very good man to you, 100%. I was hoping to introduce you to him, but I'm afraid I can't contact him. He's probably out there in the field.
Ah, is this your Mr. Spender? Yes, we've already met. If you want to contact him, I have his number. Good night, then.
Good night, Bobby.
Sweet dreams.
Kind of a fella's here, eh? And we all know where it all starts from, don't we? Eh? We all know where it all starts from, don't we? Eh? The bloody Pentagon, that's right.
Aye, but the thing to do, I'd string the buggers up from lampposts with piano-ways about me.
Don't take it easy, Skillet. That was last year's manifesto. Not too long ago, the likes of Bobby Montgomery wouldn't have been seen dead around these parts. Now, yuppies, Porsches, Firefaxes, Ray-Bans, and worst of all, those bloody mobile telephones.
How come?
No stamp. Internal mail. She's getting stuff from Pallingham, Smith Square, all over the place. That's a photocopy. Forensic are checking out the original now.
No, man, how come she got it? Why don't you just...
Spender, I don't want to infringe on your territory. I just think Miss Montgomery's entitled to the best possible protection.
Look, if you want to hunt this chick, that's cool. Just don't drag me along with you. I mean, I've got rocks to crawl under.
That was totally out of line, Spender.
Not if we're partners.
You're right. But I shall put that remark in my grudge bank and hold it against you another time.
So you're godmothering, eh, Belle?
I'm keeping her right.
Any resentment?
Why?
Well, when Smith Square decided to blood someone like Bobby in a seat like this, does have a tendency to upset the local party faithful.
Not this one.
No?
I've been doing this for a long time, and I know a good one when I see one. I like it.
1, 2, testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, testing, testing. Vote conservative. Vote for Roberta Montgomery. Testing 1, 2.
Right, I'll follow you in the car.
Are you sure you don't want to come along with us in the van? Then,
Let's go thump the stump.
Party offer you the opportunity of electing Bobby Montgomery, who will put the needs of local people first. You pledge yourselves to work for a better designed and better funded Canning Town Centre and not to destroy Canning Town Hall. We will create more nursery places. We will change secondary education to starts and levels. We will create free six-form colleges and we will create education standards. We will improve the services provided by those parents, means of meals, shelter, accommodation, and we will support fair
Oh, I've been expecting you lot.
Hello. I'm Bobby Montgomery, your Conservative candidate.
Such as living with the Headleys. The bastards are notorious, man. They made all the money off the backs of pitmen. 12-hour shifts, 14-year-old bands, you cannot tell me. That was 100 years ago, man. Well, it wasn't that long ago. My dad was working for them, though. I couldn't have been down the pit. They're all closed. Exactly, pal. Exactly. Why don't you save all this rhetoric for your Boy Scouts back at the pub?
Did the exercise. I haven't done any walking for ages. I usually try and get up to Hampstead Heath once a week.
Do you spend his neck of the woods, you know?
Oh, really?
I used to play to be round there many moons ago.
Gav. Excuse me.
The burden of high command.
Hello, Yellen.
You have a little problem with Mr. Yellen, don't you?
I'd be doing things slightly differently had I been on my own, which is normal.
You don't think much of what I'm trying to achieve here either, do you?
That depends just what you're trying to achieve, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, when I see you stood outside those shipyard gates, dressed in your Comme des Garçons outfit, chatting away merrily to what's left of the local workforce, I do kind of wonder just whose interests you're trying to serve. You know what I mean? Theirs? Or your own? You did ask.
How you feeling, lad?
Pissed off at screwing up.
Hey, you saved Miss Montgomery's life.
Her life should never have been put at risk. And that was my fault.
Well, the chief thinks you did great. He talked about making this a permanent thing. Well, word on the street is that there's no word on the street.
That all depends who you talk to, doesn't it?
Well, did you get a look at the driver?
No, I was a bit preoccupied at the time, Don.
Is it true what they say? You know, when a thing like this happens, the whole of your life just flashes before you in the wink of an instant.
I've seen it all before.
How's the chap? He's still awake.
I hope you've got a big padlock for the pharmaceuticals.
Fresh from the flower beds.
Don't that count?
Oh, look at that. Unemployment's still rising. You had your dinner yet?
Mm-hmm. Why?
I come down here as soon as I got your call.
I'll ring room service, should I? You ever heard of a guy called Ian Rutherford?
No.
Should I have? He's a haulage contractor. He owns the skip wagon that... Bastard. You want his wagons torched? No, nothing like that, man. I just need to know if there's anything I need to know. Okay.
Do you want me to ring Francis?
Too.
Yes, Mother. But it wouldn't help Bobby in the polls, would it?
I think that's a very cynical point of view, Andrew.
It's a fact of life, Mother. Am I wrong, Bobby?
Sadly, no.
It won't do you any harm to get your feet up on the mantelpiece for a few days. And if you're okay by the weekend, Doris and I are having a barbecue. Bring the kids. And Francis.
John, I've got enough on my plate at the moment, thank you, without barbecue bangers and pegs, would you know?
Oh, I see. Oh, fair enough, thank you.
You can strike all the opposition up the list, apart from a guy called Skillet. He seems to have some kind of personal beef with the Headley family.
Spender, you got knocked down 12 hours ago. You're certified sick for the next 7 days. And you're not supposed to be using your car. Insurance might.
Look, I've got a pain in the arm and a pain in the ribs. The last thing I need right now is a pain in the arse.
Look, this isn't me speaking. This is down to Yelland. You've already been replaced.
What?
To put Alan Franklin on it.
Franklin, I've heard about him.
He's a good bloke. Smashing darts player.
Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't it?
Well, he made that big call a few months back, you know, all those stolen suits from Marks and Sparks.
Dan, even a blind squirrel comes across the odd acorn every now and again. What are you doing here?
I came to see how you were. I wanted to come to the hospital, but Mr. Yelland advised me against it.
Come in. Will you be over there, banging the drum?
Yes, I'm on my way there now.
Sit down.
It may seem like that to an outsider, Sergeant, but actually it is all relative.
Well, that kind of depends on just who your relatives are, doesn't it?
Look, I only came here to say thank you.
Save it. That's what I get paid for. Anyway, it was my fault. You ran off like you did, wasn't it? I crossed the line, allowed it to get personal, and that was well out of order.
I'm glad you did. Look, we're working together. We're spending most of the day together. It should get personal. There's no reason why you should act like one of those performing monkeys I've got down at Smith Square. Your chin's dripping.
Oh, yeah. I was just in the middle of trying to have a one-handed shave. And it's not easy.
You want to borrow this?
Boy.
I know you. I've seen your mugshot on the lamppost. Hey, you look just like your face. Yeah.
We just had a glimpse of the real Northeast.
Let's go.
Listen. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Oh, fancy pumpkins and leather. Posh chapel, you know?
Hey. Just knock it, okay?
Hey, I come round here to show you what I've got, and I'm chatting like a pariah. Is that the word or is that a fish?
Just get on with it.
Well, that's like that.
Yeah, what about him? What's he like on licenses?
He's a pissed. Rattle them off with his eyes closed.
Class 1. So how come you want to drive skip wagons, Mr. Baldwin?
Because at the moment, you're hiring.
Right.
See you in the morning then. Boss. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. God, what is that?
That's awful. On its way to the dump.
I thought you were on sick leave.
I took this job for a reason. I don't know if it was a grudge or a crank, but I don't think the person who sent you those letters was the same person driving around Sunderland in a skip wagon. I think somebody was hired to do that.
You mean a hitman? Not really far-fetched.
Well, somebody certainly hit me, didn't they? And I've got a score to settle with that bastard.
Well, I could have donned a cloth cap and a pair of pitman's boots, but this is the 1990s. People are much more politically aware. They can see...
Doing a bit of practicing for wage negotiations, eh?
You bothered about what sort of graft you do?
How do you mean?
Got something in Joe. He's a guy that can handle an Arctic. Short notice.
Where to?
Singham Harbour.
You alright in one of these? Fine, fine. It's just been a while, that's all. Coming back now, though. Which way?
I'll keep you right. It might be an idea to turn those hazards off, eh? Don't worry about me, right? I'll not be far away. Here, put that on. Right, pull over. Keep it running. Now we wait.
We're on a double yellow, mind.
Right, we're off. Pulling from the back trailer over there.
You'll get your reward in heaven.
Where?
Go!
Pull over here. Let me get in the back there, and then you get going. Details are on there. Drive carefully. The last thing I want to be looking at is a bloody policeman. Right?
Be remanded in custody until the date has been set for your committal. Take them down.
So, the only person who could have led us to where we want to be.
From you!
Sergeant, I never want to hear you say anything like that again.
Well, stay in your office and out of my way, sir.
Are you so desperate to be out of this job?
By the time his trial comes round, you'll be looking for a bit of plea bargaining, trying to cuff for a shorter stretch. He's bound to start yakking. Yeah, but that's a way down the road, isn't it? I need to know, like, today. They threw you off the case. They didn't snatch your car back, so why don't you just chill out? Chance to get away from it all. So where we're going tonight? If I was to do that, I'd be arrested, wouldn't I? Just keep to me. Sorry. If I knew what you were looking for, I could give you a hand. I wish I knew myself. Right, there's good news and there's bad news, Stick. The good news is that I'm going to Sunderland.
Yeah?
The bad news is I'm going to Nath.
Alright. I'll get a taxi home.
You're not going home.
Cornelius Peter James, 1014. Dawson, 1768. Montgomery, Roberta Louise, 6,352. Tunnicliffe, David Ross, 14,911. And I hereby declare David Ross Tunnicliffe to be the newly elected Member of Parliament for this constituency.
Labour vote on as predicted, but massive inroads made by the Tory candidate. Predict big things for Bobby Montgomery in the future. Huge odds.
Yeah? Good. Now listen, I don't mean being called a bastard, but I do mean being called a fascist, right? And I take exception to being spat on. I mean, you know, is that any way for civilized people to behave? Is it? Yeah. I am the police.
Next time.
We did well. I mean,
And the next time, I think you can get in. There's tape for you in the winter. Listen, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, I'll see you a bit later.
Hi.
I didn't know you were back on duty.
I'm not. Just come to add a little moral support.
Thank you. Can I buy you a drink?
Best offer I've had all day. Yes, to you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I lost, remember?
I think 6,000 votes in Pallian's a considerable victory.
Well, I'm saying it anyway.
You know why I asked you here, don't you?
From farewell.
Hardly.
I suppose I'm your last appointment. It's rather like when I was in London.
You never had time to see me then. Only the once at your office. You squeezed me in like a constituent with a tiresome grievance.
For God's sake, Andrew. Cambridge was a long time ago. The world's moved on since then.
The waste of the world, Mark. I always thought I'd be your friend. I never thought I'd just become an obligation.
I know what you've been doing.
Do you?
You mustn't love me, Andrew. You really shouldn't hate me. You're wasting your life and you're not helping mine.
If you've known it all along, then it's very brave of you to have me up here. In the middle of the night, or your mind is tucked up in bed.
You can't frighten me. Don't you remember?
Where is he? He's in there. Been in there half an hour. I just thought that... Don't run away, there's £47 on this meter. Bobby!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? What am I doing? At Clayton Street. Throw that in the bin, will you? I just want to know why.
Because he's not well, he's sick.
Oh,
Look, nothing's gone right for him since he left Cambridge. Sending him to prison's not going to help.
don't suppose it would help you much either, would it? Tacky story like this in the Sundays. Rejected suitor, marvelous revenge.
Absolutely, it wouldn't help at all.
Or doesn't it bother you that he's being allowed to walk?
He's hardly being allowed to get off scot-free.
Oh, yes. Yes, this five-star clinic in Geneva that Daddy fixed up for him. That's some punishment for a guy who tries to kill you. Twice.
Oh, I don't think he'd have taken it all the way. Andrew's weak. Always was. Now he's gone away and I've got a career to resume. Well, look, don't take it too personally. Police work is like politics. Some you win.
It stinks, Dan. The whole deal. You try and do your best. Try and do the right thing. And it all just comes down to this. One more walkover. I now find that Sir John sits on the local police authority. It's just a waste of time, you know what I mean?
I know you take it for real, Spender. Take it hard. You're not the first couple to think it's not right. It's not enough.
We all think that sometimes. It's just that some of us have to think of it more regularly than others. Anyhow, in case you change your mind, I'll leave this here.
More Spender tomorrow at 11:05, but stay with us for a classic series here on UK Drama. Secret Army is after the break.